Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be part 2 of the Q&A video that I did start doing like maybe last week, but I only got through half of it before my battery died, so I wanted to give it another go and answer the rest of the questions for you guys. So here we go. Alright, so the question that I was up to was as in the previous video, I am answering the questions that you guys have left me on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I would love it if you did. I will put my Instagram handle in the info bar below, so check it out. But it is basically hey_june with 3 Y's. I do post a lot of pictures on my fashion and, you know, how I wear my bag. So if you are interested in that kind of stuff, go and check it out. But the next question was asked by C. Serena Tulio. What is your favorite Filipino food? Much love from Texas. Hi babe. So first of all, I hope you're staying safe there in Texas with Hurricane Harvey. I do hope that you and your family are safe. But my favorite Filipino food has definitely got to be kare kare, which is like a peanut butter curry with like oxtail and like bok choy and eggplant, and you have it with like a shrimp paste, and it's just so damn good. I love kare kare, like just can't even tell you. And yep, that is it. Also, are you fluent in Tagalog? Hindi naman, konti lang. Oh, that sounded so fob. No. Basically, I'm not fluent in Tagalog at all. I only understand Tagalog. I can't speak it. No. Mugsy, in love with your hair, girl. Thanks. Marwa Oma 81, bags you sold and why, also bags you can't live without. I love your videos. So I actually think these are really good YouTube video ideas, so I will do a whole separate video on that. But just very briefly, the bags I sold and why. Honestly, I haven't sold a lot. I've only sold one, which was a Neverfull, and that was because I was getting a newer version of the Neverfull. Literally, that's it. I still have bags that I want to sell. I don't have the heart to sell them right now because I'm just not very experienced in selling bags. I don't know how much to sell it for. I don't know what's the best way to sell them. So I'm still figuring it out. I know I really want to sell some of the bags because I haven't reached for them in a while. So it's just a matter of physically doing it. But yeah, I haven't sold that many. And bags I can't live without. That is a very good video that I will do next time. So next, LK Bakes, what's your favorite place you've traveled? Well, can't wait to have you back on YouTube. Thank you so much, hun. So my favorite place that I've traveled, honestly, Paris. Sorry to be cliche, but I love France. It's always been my dream to go to France. And when I visited end of my med school years, it was just a dream come true. Everyone told me that Paris was shite and that, you know, it's very hyped up, but I didn't find that to be the case at all. I still really loved it. I did a bike tour in Paris and it was just the best. Like, it's honestly the best way to see Paris. The time we went was autumn, and so, you know, all of the autumn leaves were changing. It was just beautiful. It was just stunning. And we also went to Marseille, gorgeous place, and Aix-en-Provence, which unfortunately, you know, the lavender fields weren't in bloom, but it would have been so awesome. I would 100% go back there again. I would love to go with my man, but he's like, you've already been, I don't want to go. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but I will get him there eventually. Because obviously it's different when you travel with your partner compared to when you travel with your friends. So yeah, and I would love to take my sister there as well. I think she would really love it. Next, Mare rolls. If during the day you cannot wear your favorite clothes, then you just can style on weekends. That's an inconvenient for a fashion blogger. How a MD PhD makes his outfits more trendy. Okay, so what I'm guessing she's saying is because I'm a doctor, you know, Monday to Friday, and I can't necessarily wear what I want to wear do I just like wear work outfit and then style on weekends? Yeah, basically. So during the week, honestly, I am dressed so boringly. It's just like a cardigan and like dress pants, because you obviously have to look professional. Sometimes I wear a pair of culottes just to be a little bit trendy, and wear my Chanel inspired Zara jackets. But yeah, work outfits are not my favorite thing to wear. So during the day I do go very, very casual and a lot more trendy, so that you get that balance, because during the day I just do not feel like myself. Not Baroque. How was your university study experience? How did you deal with stress at the time while still pursuing a digital career? By the way, I absolutely adore your style and personality. Thank you, and keep doing what you're doing. So first of all, thank you so much. Now, how was your university study experience? I did do a whole video on this already. I will try and find it and link it in the info bar for you guys. But basically, it was quite a positive one. I met a lot of like really good friends that I'm still friends with to date, and I believe next year we'll be celebrating our 10-year friendship anniversary. And I met my partner there, which was awesome. But overall, it was I had a good time. It wasn't I didn't find it too stressful. But then again, it's probably because, it's several years back now, and I've probably tucked away all those traumatic memories so that I can, deal with the future. But I enjoyed it. It was some of the best years of my life, honestly. I loved high school. I loved med school. I loved studying. I loved being a student. Less responsibilities. And holidays was always good. So yeah, personally, it was a pretty positive experience. How did you deal with stress at the time while still pursuing a digital career? Now, to be honest, I'm not Superwoman, so there was no way I could really juggle both. So for me, one had to go. That was a time when I did my final year exams that I actually took a break from YouTube, if you guys remembered. That was also the time where I was gaining really good momentum on my YouTube career. So obviously that did sacrifice in the end, because I stopped making videos after some time. I did go back into it, but then I stopped it again because of internship, and it was like a 2-year hiatus, and so I missed that peak where YouTube was like really going forward. So obviously my channel did take a step back. It could have gone a lot further if I didn't, but then who knows, I might have not graduated either. So can't really have too many regrets. I'm happy where I am right now with YouTube. I wish I could be a bit further, but I'm a doctor, so I need that's what I always wanted to do. So yeah, it was really not a choice for me. Yeah, I wanted to get a medical degree, so that's what I did. Kay Dechi Rico, do you have any tips on making a long distance relationship work? Love your vlogs. Oh, great question. So this is so weird. I don't really talk about my relationship very frequently. I have been in a relationship with my boyfriend for the past, he's going to shoot me if I get this wrong, I think it's 8 years, and then this year will be, in November will be 9 years. So basically I started dating, or we got together when we were still 19, and I'm 28 now, and I met him through uni when I was at the same place with him. So we were together then for approximately 3 years or so, and then I did move to another city to continue doing medicine, and that was like a 4-hour drive away. And then I moved to South Australia in a completely different state for another 2-3 years. So we've been doing long distance relationship for a while now, and I think next year might be the end of it, fingers crossed. But basically the way it works is you just need to have the right person to be able to do it with you. You really have to have good foundations to make it last, and you also have to have like a future to look forward to, otherwise there's no real point in doing it. And I struggle sometimes, obviously, because, you know, long distance sucks, and I'm not the most patient person, so sometimes on the phone, obviously, you misconstrue different tones, and, you know, say you sort of start an argument when there really wasn't one to begin with, and then when you're trying to make up, it's not as easy as, you know, just hugging the other person and saying I'm sorry. It sort of just gets a little bit, you know, it's a little bit more like long-winded and tedious. So I mean, it's not easy. So as I said, for the most part, I'm pretty short-tempered and impatient. So my boyfriend actually has like counterbalances that. He's a lot more patient than me, and he understands that about me and sort of cuts me a little bit more slack. So you really just have to find that right person to be able to do it with. Not everyone can do long distance, definitely. But yeah, and tips are, you got to be patient, which I'm terrible at. So, you know, someone has to be patient, basically. And obviously try to see each other as much as you can when you can. And one major thing is you both cannot be like the clingy type. So I've always been quite independent, and half the reason I did decide to move to another city to finish medical school was because I got really clingy when I was with him, and like I wouldn't hang out with friends. I was just, you know, I would just hang around with him, and I was sort of like getting a bit frustrated with myself because it was just easier to be with him than to be with friends sometimes, because, you know, he gets me and I just enjoy spending time with him. So I just felt like I wasn't really growing. I was sort of going backwards. So I just took that time to just, you know, be a little bit more independent and do my own things, but obviously, you know, still in a relationship. But yeah, I think I just really grew from that, and I'm comfortable just being in my own company, and I don't need to be with friends to have a good time. That kind of thing is what I sort of got or gained from being in this type of relationship. So yeah, and then when you are together, it's just generally it's nice, but sometimes it's very frustrating too, because I just lose my shit all the time. Yvette of Hernandez, do you cook or mostly have takeaways because of your busy schedule? What's your favorite takeaway food? Do you set a budget for yourself? Thanks, June. Lots of love from Canberra. Girl, you caught me. So yes, that is one of my biggest downfalls. I do have a lot of takeaway food. I do try to have some healthy takeaway options, but on the most part, I do eat out a lot. So at work, there's a bakery next door, and I usually grab like a pastry or like a baguette. Sometimes on the very rare occasion, I will bring my own lunch in, but very rarely. And in terms of, you know, my favorite takeaway, I love KFC. Like KFC Wicked Wings, I live for. Like, it's so embarrassing because it's so bad for you, but it is my favorite takeaway food ever, and I will have that like every now and then. Obviously I don't have it every week because that's super unhealthy, and you know, you really shouldn't be doing that, but I do have it on the odd occasion. And do you set a budget for yourself? No, I need to. I have got a budget. Yes, I do have a budget. Whether I follow it or not is a little bit more debatable. Vanessa, do you have any dream of owning your own handbag line? To be honest, not really. I'm not into designing bags. I personally would love to be able to own a consignment store. Like, to be able to resell bags would be amazing, similar to like, you know, Fashion File or something, but to own it yourself, because I love purchasing bags for a great deal, and if I can like make that into like a business, that would be just an absolute dream come true. It's like curbing my shopping addiction, but actually making it work for me. So yeah, that would be what I would dream of, to own like a consignment store. I don't think I'm creative enough to actually design my own bag. I would love to be able to design jewelry, but then again, I'm like, I don't think I'm creative enough, because I just like certain pieces and that's it. But yeah, not a handbag line. I probably would rather like a clothing line before a handbag line, to be honest. MJ loves fashion. Love this look, and your hair is beautiful. Thank you, babe. Jasmine Ramos, so beautiful and sophisticated. Thank you. Would you ever leave your career as a doctor for the social media career? Probably not. Because I really do love medicine. Like, as much as sometimes it can be like, ugh. Like, it can be really repetitive sometimes, and also really draining and straining. And, you know, you do, like, all day I talk to people all day. And then sometimes when I get home, I'm just tired and exhausted. I think it'd be really cool if I could do both part-time, or even, you know, maybe take a year off and do something, you know, social media. But medicine is the type where you take a year off and it is such a struggle to get back into it. Like, you really have to be very, very like solid in your knowledge before you leave, because medicine changes all the time. Like, they come out with new guidelines, they come out with new medicine, new evidence for everything every day. And if you take a year off, sometimes it's like falling behind 5 years in terms of your clinical knowledge. So you really, really have to keep up to date. And clinical skills as well. To be able to do a lot of the clinical skills, you need to practice it. So I'm actually worried, because I've been in GP land for so long, that some of my clinical skills may not be like on par as to when I was like last year or the year before. So yeah, I don't know, we will see. The new girl Katie, do you see yourself working and doing YouTube forever? Are you in a relationship? I don't know, we will see. I guess I mean, I enjoy doing YouTube as a side thing, like just as a hobby. Like, I think it would be cool to continue doing this and to sort of grow from this and, you know, make something out of it. But I'm not 100% sure. And are you in a relationship? Yes, I am. Ujet, what's your favorite and most used SLG? So my favorite SLGs are honestly coin pouches. So I have one from Chanel and I have one from Louis Vuitton. These are my go-to SLGs because they can fit anything and everything. You can use this as mini wallets. You can use it as, you know, key holders. You can use them as like mini junk drawer pouches, you name it. They're so multifunctional, and, you know, they're not as expensive as, you know, all the other SLGs. So I really, really like these type of pouches. I probably like the Louis Vuitton one a lot more than this, because this is a lot bigger and chunkier. And yeah, I just prefer the Louis Vuitton one a lot more. So yeah, definitely the Louis Vuitton coin pouch is my favorite in the monogram. Hero Pseudo, what's one advice you can give to an inspiring fashion blogger? Will you also do a review on your Chanel flat bag? Alright, so one tip would be, oh man, this is hard, because I don't see myself as a very successful fashion blogger, because I know, like, if you did the numbers on my blog, it's not up there. Like, my engagement's really poor, my consistency is really poor, but it's really, really hard when you're also working full time. And I sort of justify my numbers by saying, well, it's not my full-time job to do this, so it's fine. But I guess if you really do want to aspire to be a successful fashion blogger, you really have to be consistent. So have like a consistency in your posts, whether it's weekly, whether it's, you know, monthly, something like that. Have a really nicely structured layout, a nicely structured blog. It's worthwhile investing in a domain name and like WordPress and a template, because it just makes your blog look just so much more, you know, effortless and just clean and sleek. And obviously, you know, visuals are the first thing that people gravitate towards, and if they can see that everything's neat and tidy and like your content is like really good, then they're a little bit more inclined to subscribing. And obviously just coming up with really, really good content and brainstorming all the time. These are all things I want to do, I need to be better at. But yeah, those are just like some tips I wanted to run through. Not that I'm taking my own advice, because I really, really struggle with them. Alright, I think I'm running out of time. I don't know if I can do any more. Just really quick questions. Jennifer, what's on your bag list for next purchase? Honestly, I don't know. I still have so many bags that I want, like the Celine box bag, like the Goyard tote. I'm still in two minds about the puzzle bag. Like, I see it and I want it, but then I remember when I saw it on that person. I don't know about the puzzle. It's honestly a giant question mark, which is very appropriate for a puzzle bag. What else? And yeah, I really, really want a Chanel backpack for some reason. Like, I think that just looks really cool. But yeah, all of these things I don't know if I'll ever get. But those are some of the bags on my wish list. Cat0126, what do you do in life? Just curious. I am a doctor. Chanel next, what's your favourite place to eat in Brisbane so far? Oh my god. Favourite place to eat for breakfast has got to be Pablo in New Farm or Newstead. Not really sure. I get those places confused all the time. But for lunch, man, you just cannot beat Papa Rich. Like, freaking love Papa Rich. Al Butler, are you still enjoying medicine? Yeah, it's really good. Bell0279, how you liking the Chanel Boy Walk? I might do an updated review on that one if you do want me to. But yeah, so far not too bad. So far that the back pocket, it has irritated me a little bit, but not as much as I thought it would. And yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, so look, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't answer all of them, but I am running into like nearly 30 minutes now, and I don't want this to be like a very, very long video. So if you guys want me to do more of these videos, like Q&A videos, let me know. If you want me to make it a monthly thing, let me know. I always love it when Minnie does her Q&As every Monday. So if this is your cup of tea, just give this video a massive thumbs up, and then I'll know to keep doing more of these more regularly. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much. If you've stuck by this long, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a wonderful week or weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.